We also know from our learning about how stories and how they work, in terms of, especially in terms of communication and brand building, is they are a fantastic way of getting quite a lot of information, potentially quite complex information, into an easy to understand, almost single thing. You know, it becomes one. It becomes a thing that, and it becomes a powerful representation in the brain. Complex things distilled into something people just get. And it makes it much easier to remember. And also, there's clear evidence that also stories, even though they're stories, people actually think they're more reliable. They actually believe in them more. They think they're more true and more relevant to them when information is in a story form. So it's absolutely important and very powerful for marketing to think about storytelling. And for us as presenters of information, either internally or to clients, to think of how to use a storytelling framework to maybe land our messages much more powerfully. Classic story time. Think of a classic story. It could be a famous book. It could be a movie, which probably was a book. Think of your favourite story, your favourite movie. Think about what happens. What usually happens at the beginning of a classic kind of story? Scene setting. What happens in scene setting? Yep. And generally at the beginning, how are the characters? They all right? Yeah. They're pretty happy, they're all right? Nothing special, but they're pretty content. Yeah, what happens next? Conflict. Yeah? Something disturbs that tranquil ideal. There's a challenge, there's a threat, there's a problem. There's something that could disrupt their life. Then what happens? What are they going to do about it? What happens next? Yep, someone comes up with a solution. Someone somewhere thinks, we can get over this, guys. We're not going to be ruled by the... I can't even remember Star Wars. What are they called? The Empire, yeah. The Wombles. Exactly. We are not going to be ruled by the... I don't remember that. Okay, fine. Then what happens? Yep. But before we get to the resolution, what happens? That journey. They go on a journey. Some people call it a series of trials. It's usually a series of things. And on that journey, usually the key protagonist learns or gets equipped. I'm a big fan of Zelda games, role-play games, that kind of thing. And it's the same idea. Quest, you get more and better items. You learn stuff. You can do stuff you couldn't do before because of what you've been through. So you learn and learn and learn. And what happens at the end? Resolution, and then a happy ending, and we all celebrate and we all feel good. That is the classic storytelling model.